Alright, so I am thinking about going to the gym, but I cannot decide what kind of energy booster I should take. Should I take a Red Bull? Should I take a scoop of psychotic pre-workout? Should I maybe down a Bang? Or should I down the old trusty white Monster? I'm not sure. Maybe I can just maybe I can get this here shaker cup and just kind of pour a little bit of all of them and then mix it up and then drink it and then see what happens. I just realized that I've got way too many caffeine products, but I don't really drink, nor do I like smoke or like do cocaine, so I guess it's okay. I mean, right? And I'm not sure why I just did that. It's not like these people are sponsoring me, so I'm not sure why I'm showing their products, you know, to you guys. But I mean, Monster or Bang, if you want to sponsor me, you know, I'm just saying no. Anyways, though, guys, good morning and welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. I apologize, I have not uploaded in over a week. It's because I was on day shift, now I'm on night shift, so I'm kind of getting used to the change. My body wants to sleep when I have to stay awake, and wants to stay awake when it's a mess. Which of course explains all of the caffeine products that are now in my fridge. So anyways, guys, and yes, that's a Patriots jersey back there. We got robbed. Just kidding. Lost fair and square. Now, as some of you guys know, I do work for a small-ish department. It's not tiny. I mean, we do have, you know, different sections. We have patrol, we have CID, we have patrol. But I mean, some departments have less than that. I mean, they just have a patrol officer who is a patrol investigator, everything all kind of mixed into one. So yeah, we're not that small, but we're not very big either. But of course, before I started working here at this department, I did work for a bigger sheriff's office in Mississippi. That compared to this is like day night, and I do actually enjoy working for the smaller department a little better. But with that being said, guys, this video is going to be about the 5 things that I love about working for a small department. We're going to kind of breeze through these because it is Tuesday, so therefore that means that it is 2-Minute Tuesday. So number 1 is definitely going to be the call volume. Of course, working for a bigger department, you're going to get way more calls versus working for a smaller department. You guys watch Fuzz Fam, he does these little mini series like patrol vlogs on his channel, and he kind of goes through, you know, his different calls that he had for that week or whatever. If I were to do that, you guys would be pretty bored because I would not have nowhere near as many calls. In fact, last night on mid shift, I had exactly 0 calls. I had no calls whatsoever. It's not uncommon for you to get no calls for the entire week if you work certain shifts. You work day shift, then it's not gonna happen. But if you work mainly the mid shift or maybe even the swing shift, there's a chance that you might not get a call for, you know, the entire week. Now, of course, to prove my point, this here is my police radio. Now I'm gonna turn this on to our primary channel. As you can see, there's not too much going on. Now I'm gonna change the channel from that to the closest city north of me that has about 250,000 people. It's a pretty big city. We're gonna go to their channel. And the radio comes alive. So yeah, working for a small department, the call volume is definitely a lot lower than it is, you know, at our bigger counterparts. All right, so number 2 is the equipment, and you guys have seen my you know, my old Tahoe, the stuff that was inside it. You guys have seen the Camaro. You guys have not seen the new car yet, but next video. Yeah, working for a smaller department, the equipment is, you know, issued to one officer versus, you know, this radio being issued to me, and I have to share it with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so over there. You know, it's all mine. I take it home. I bring my patrol car home. You know, I don't have to share my stuff with people, which means that the equipment normally lasts longer. And for the most part, it stays in better condition. So yeah, you know, in bigger departments, they have to share all of their stuff. So you never know who might get your stuff, who might, you know, take care of it, who might not take care of it. So it's definitely better in that sense, working for a smaller department where the equipment is given to you, and then it's up to you to, you know, take care of it and whatnot, versus having to share with everybody. Number 3 is gonna be the experience. Now, what I mean by that is, a good example is when I worked in my bigger department, and there goes the battery. This battery never stays charged. Now at my older department, which is much bigger than my current department, as a patrol officer, if I got to like a scene, like, you know, some major scene, like, you know, a death or a homicide or some kind of major, you know, call, me as a patrol officer, all I did was I got there, I taped off the scene with crime scene tape, and I pretty much stood around and waited for CID to get there. So yeah, the patrol officers did not actually do any kind of investigative stuff whatsoever. We just got there and pretty much, like I said, secured the area and waited. But of course, if someone was over there dying, you're not gonna just kind of just, you know, stand there and watch them. And it's not gonna be like, hey, well, you're the investigator, you go figure it out. They're gonna be like, whoa, was he breathing when you got here? And then I'm gonna be like, whoa, oh yeah, I mean, he was screaming when I got here, but I mean, he's not anymore. So working for a small department, you do have to, I guess, have a knowledge of, you know, the basic investigative type stuff that normally the investigators would do, but you have to kind of know how to do that at least a little bit. At a larger department, the investigators more than likely would not, you know, appreciate you going into their crime scene and, you know, contaminating or destroying their crime scene. That is not the case at a smaller agency. In fact, you kind of have to sometimes investigate stuff yourself until CID does just get there. All right, coming in at number 4 is definitely going to be the camaraderie. Did I say that? I'm not even sure if I said that right. Camaraderie. I also spelled it wrong, I'm pretty sure. I write things down because I forget, and I can't spell because I'm a cop. The camaraderie at a smaller department is much better than it is at, say, a bigger department. My previous department, there were times whenever I ran into someone, you know, in the building and whatnot, and I wasn't sure who that person was. Come to, you know, find out later on, that person's also a deputy just like I was. But of course, because the department was so big, that guy worked in a different, you know, precinct in a different building than I did, and I had no idea who it was until someone told me that, yeah, that's a deputy. That doesn't happen at my current, you know, department. I mean, I know every single deputy who works there. I know every single administrator. I know everyone who worked, all the judges, pretty much everyone who's, I guess, associated with the office, with the department. That could be a bad thing in certain situations as far as, you know, people, everyone knowing everybody, but for the most part, it is pretty cool to, you know, be able to just kind of hang out with everyone. There's times whenever a deputy might be hanging out with the lieutenant, or the lieutenant might be hanging out with the sheriff, or the sheriff with us, you know what I mean? It's just kind of, everyone's kind of just one group versus, you know, you have all the brass over here and all the sergeants over there. I mean, everyone in a smaller department, for the most part, kind of intermingles with each other, which is actually a good thing coming from a bigger department a couple years ago. All right, last but not least, working for a small department, you do develop a skill that I think is very important, you know, being a cop and whatnot, and that is you develop a very, very good sense of de-escalation techniques. Now, of course, like I said earlier, I did work for a bigger department. I work for a small department now, and I definitely have seen the difference in the de-escalation techniques that are used in a bigger department versus my current department. Now, working for a small department, your backup may be a good, you know, 10-15 minutes away, so you have to be able to, you know, use what's called verbal judo and try to de-escalate the situation, you know, as best as you could. You work for a larger agency, you don't have to really do that. I mean, it's good to know how to do that, you know, to use verbal judo to de-escalate the situation. But of course, you don't have to do it as much. No matter what happens, you're gonna have backup, you know, rolling in 3, 4, 5 deep, you know, every time. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. That is 5 things that I love about working for a small department. Of course, the next video will be the 5 things I hate about working for a small department. But anyways, guys, I am going to hit the gym. I think I decided the white monster is gonna be, because it'll give me some energy, but not as much as, like, say this or this will, so I can come home and still sleep and wake up in the morning to go to work. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're stopping in for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, also the notification bell. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, Tatum out.